Nicocado Avocado has won the internet. Yeah, I know I'm behind. Again. When I do this kind of video, I want to make sure that I got all the information. I don't want to jump in and it's like, oh hey, this just dropped an hour ago. Let's make all these speculations without any more information. So, yeah. If you do not know, Nicocado Avocado is a YouTuber that now mainly does mukbangs. There's a lot of, like, in-depth videos out there. Some by, like, Turkey Tom. I believe Oompaville had done a video on him. And especially, Charlie, aka Moist Critical, aka Penguins Zero. But I want to point him out because Nicocado Avocado actually had a run-in with him at one point in time. So let's backtrack because I ran into Nicocado Avocado's content way back when he was a vegan. I didn't subscribe to him, I just saw some of his content, and I was, especially his violin, and I was like, oh, this is an interesting person, moving on. Also, back then I didn't really subscribe to channels, I just watched videos. But I did not hear of any other, like, controversy until people were bringing it up. Like, talking about, oh, this guy's, like, eating himself to death. And I'm just like, wasn't he a vegan? So, watch some of his videos. Yes, he was like, oh, I'm no longer vegan because it's not as healthy as people say it is. And his weight started being piled onto him. He even had a video where he's standing there being all confused about gaining weight. It's like, yeah, you go off of a vegan diet to go on a fat diet. Like, not like fat, like I'm fat. A fatty diet. Like, a lot of it was fatty foods that he was eating. And I just thought that was strange. A grown man being confused why he's getting fat and filming himself almost acting like a child about it. But then his personality had changed. He was putting on, without insulting anybody, a flamboyant gay persona. Turns out he is gay. He even has a husband. But let's fast forward to present day, because he had come forward and saying, I've always been 2 steps ahead. He explained how for the past 2 years, he had, like, recorded a massive amount of mukbangs and was uploading them slowly and periodically while he was losing the weight. Which was a pretty interesting idea. That really caused people to go, what? But there's something that he said that I caught that nobody else seems to have caught.
Today I woke up from a very long dream. And I also woke up having lost 250 pounds off of my body. Yet just yesterday, people were calling me fat. It's all over. We were just dreaming. I just took off the fat suit, went,
Yeah, I just took it off, and here I am.
He talked about waking up losing 250 pounds, and he also said that he took off his fat suit. So, it's like, did he actually put on the weight, or was that a fat suit he was wearing? Or could it have been a fat suit when he put on like a fat suit to do like updates or like emergency videos or something like that to continue to look like he still was heavy. Like he lost the weight, had to put the fat suit on to make him look like he was still fat. And I mean, that's a lot to go through to try to convince people that you're still fat. But then why would you gain weight to lose it? I came across a YouTuber that had a very, very unique take on this whole thing. And well, go watch the video because he went in depth, and I don't want to play the whole thing here. But he suggested that Nicocado was doing this for OnlyFans? I don't know when, like how long ago OnlyFans started. I know it's been at least a few years. But it's because I'm pretty sure it was the kink that Nicocado was going for, if this theory is correct. He even pointed out how, like, in his I'm Getting Fat videos, he's, like, showing off flabs, shaking his body, and doing it such a, like, an angle where it's almost sensual. And that makes sense. After he, like, showed it all and explained it all, I'm like, that makes more sense than him acting like he's surprised that he's getting fat. And so he would put on the weight to attract this niche, this kink, and go and perform with his husband in his OnlyFans. I'm not gonna look it up, mind you. I think OnlyFans is interesting. I don't have that kind of money to just blow on, like, seeing people naked. I have my own ways of doing that. I have a wife. But I know that's a kink out there, and he's probably made millions off of it. But then he got skinny again. But then if he got skinny, I was looking and it's like, he doesn't have like the loose skin. I mean, I've been losing a bit of weight. I got like starting to get like some skin hanging here. People have like, oh, that's just fat. Well, it was at one point. Now it's like this is a bunch of skin I'm grabbing. So with some fat in there, I'm going to be fully mindful of that. But he didn't have any like fat hanging or skin hanging off of him. His neck didn't look like didn't have like much wrinkles in it, like people like from that size losing a bunch of weight. His face looks like it did before. So could he have had a fat suit? But then there's like videos where he's like shirtless, and I don't see any like obvious like wrinkles or flaps that could suggest a suit. Also, if he does have OnlyFans up, but again, I'm not going to look that up to like particularly look at every single frame to see if I can find like a fold or a flap or something. But there's a lot of inconsistencies that I've noticed. Like, for one, his voice. I know it's like a persona he put on, but it is so drastic. Like, completely changed. Like, Fat Avocado was flamboyant. Skinny Avocado is more smooth and calculated. If this was all really like him putting on an act, then he's a really good actor. But I didn't know he had a bird. Apparently before he did the mukbangs, he had a bird with him. And then when he started putting on the weight, his bird is gone. He hasn't explained that, at least from what I've seen. I don't get on Twitter much, so if he dropped a tweet, I didn't catch it. The whole fat Nicocado was definitely definitely was a character that he did. Especially like with the CPAP mask that he wore in a lot of his thumbnails to get clicks and views. He says he has sleep apnea, but the thing is, it's sleep apnea. The CPAP machine is not an oxygen mask. It's not an oxygen machine. It blows air down, kind of down your throat, but the whole idea is like that little flap, not the uvula. There's like a different flap there in your throat that makes it so it's like while you're drinking water, it doesn't just go right down into your lungs. You know that feeling? It goes down the wrong tube and you like start coughing and it feels like you're dying. That's your body trying to eject the water from your lungs, trying to prevent it from going down there. But for people like me, especially like overweight people, that flap doesn't work well while you're asleep. And that's how you snore. At least one of the ways. Because I do know it's like having congestion in your nose also helps your, like, makes you snore as well. But you don't need it during the day. And that's why I was always so confused with him, like, wearing the CPAP mask in his videos. So, that was definitely put on there for views, and even his arguments with his husband, it's like, oh, we broke up today. Why? Why would you go set up a camera, start having a mukbang, eating together, and then have a fight during the video? And then stop recording, being like, oh, well, that's our video for the day. Start editing it, and then put it up. And be like, yeah, we broke up in this video. That's definitely clickbait. I don't think they legitimately were having an issue. But then, where's his husband now? So, now, the theory about him getting fat to get views for his OnlyFans, it makes sense, but I have a theory I have not seen anybody put forward yet. What if... Now, hear me out. Stay with me on this. Hear me out. What if Nicocado Avocado was two people? Like, does he have like a brother or a cousin that pretty much looks like him but is like bigger? And Skinny Avocado, or Skinny Nicocado, yeah. Skinny Nicocado was the violinist. And maybe he was vegan at one point and then stopped being vegan because he's still doing mukbangs now, and it's obviously not vegan food. But he found out that mukbangs was a thing. And he wanted to see if he could capitalize on it. But then he either realized that a lot of the mukbangers weren't actually eating the food, or he actually wanted to eat the food, but he didn't want to become unhealthy. Enter Fat Nicocado. Like his cousin or his brother, and he's like, hey, I'll eat the food on the camera. I mean, I have no problem doing it. So, the Skinny Avocado let Fat Avocado take over the channel. And that would be why suddenly his attitude changed. His voice got like higher. He has a husband now. I honestly think those were two different people. And Fat Avocado decided to call it quits. So Skinny Avocado starts up a second channel and paints this huge scenario of him losing the weight for the past 2 years and putting up videos to make it look like he's still fat. I think that was a cover. To be like, yeah, this is why I'm skinny now. And that's why he has his bird. And he mentioned it's been like 6 or 7 years, was it? Or was it 8? But it's like, that's how long Fat Avocado was doing the channel. And that's why he has a second channel now. Because it's like rebranding. And what if Fat Avocado wants to come back? He can become fat again. Or maybe he'll come out and be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is my cousin. But yeah, that's my theory on it. So, I mean, it would also make sense, because when Charlie did his video on Fat Avocado, he just, like, charges in the room and he's all acting like, I'm so insulted. That was definitely such a put on. So anyway, I'm sorry. But that's my theory. I think Nicocado Avocado is 2 people. I'm gonna run with that theory until we actually know exactly what happened. So, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you believe happened with him? And the reason why I still think he has won the internet, because no matter what it is that he did, he got eyes on him. Other, like, drama channels were talking about him. He's constantly got the attention on him. His views constantly grew. His pounds continuously grew until they stopped growing. And now he's back to being skinny. And I actually hope he continues the violin, because that was amazing. And violin is one of my favorite instruments. So, click on whichever thumb you think is appropriate for this video. Subscribe to catch more stuff, because I'm back to normal. I was sick for a while, so videos are going to start coming up again. I still got the 2 Monster High reviews and the other project. and some other things that I'm still doing. So it'll eventually get there. You'll eventually see it. So until then, stay white and nerdy.